shot placement on a deer with a bow? Let's take a look. Hey everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. For anyone new here, my name is Jay, and I'm going to be talking about shot placement when you're bow hunting, specifically around deer, but again, you could probably apply this to most animals. Stick around to the end of the video because I'll go over what my favorite angle and shot placement point is on deer in general. But let's dive on into a couple different scenarios. We're going to talk about the shot that we all as bow hunters dream of. Perfect broadside shot. So for a scenario like this, what I would like to do is use the leg here as a point of reference. Come up the leg about just where the belly is and come up a couple inches, and right where the shoulder bone meets, that's about right where the heart is, right there. I'd like to settle my pin right around that area, favoring the left just slightly. Reason I like to do that may seem like I'm aiming low, but reason I like to do that is I've had so many times in my bow hunting career of deer ducking the shot. Point of aim was right here. If he ducks, you know, a couple inches, or even, I don't know, I think deer can even duck half a foot sometimes, it seems like, depending on the deer. You bring that up a little bit and it comes to right here. That's still a double lung shot on a deer, and obviously this is a decoy, so the scale is not a real life-size deer. But if you're aiming center lungs, which is more like right here, and that deer ducks, I've had this happen to me before, you're going to end up hitting right up here, missing the lungs completely, going into no man's land, and more than likely you're never going to find that deer because you didn't hit anything vital. So when it comes to broadside, I like to go just a hair left of the heart. And why I'm going left maybe is because I'm worried about that shoulder bone on that side. I'm not one that thinks you can punch through a shoulder bone even with a heavy arrow. Maybe you can, but I don't think it's something you should rely on every single time. So for the broadside shot, I like using that as a point of aim reference. Now, let's take a look at some more angled shots. Hey guys, comment down below. Let me know what your favorite shot angle and shot placement of taking a deer is. I'm very curious to see what everyone else has to say. Come to our next shot angle opportunity, the quartering away shot. What I like to do here is almost still use the front leg as a point of reference, but bring up right about where the rib cage ends back here. I like to put that pin again on the lower side in case the deer decides to duck. Right about here. That way, quartering away, you let that arrow go. That broadhead, that arrow is going to go right into here, take out the liver, take out the lungs, both lungs more than likely. And the deer doesn't duck, you'll probably get the heart too. The deer ducks a little bit, you'll probably just miss the heart, but you're still going to get the lungs and the liver and everything too. You may not get a full pass through, depends on, you know, the broadheads you're shooting, arrow. Also, if you hit that front chest bone, that's pretty hard to punch through. I've had quite a few deer I've shot this way and I don't get a full pass through. It's close, or it'll just poke out the other side, but it's not a full pass through. So that's an option for what you can do with a quartering away shot. Now let's do the inverse, shall we? The inverse, the quartering to shot. This is a tough shot. What I like to do, again, we're still using the front leg as our point of reference. Bring that pin up. I like to settle it right about here. That way, you'll get a good part of the lungs. You may get a little bit of the heart, especially the first on the side you're shooting at, the lung. Then you'll more than likely get a little bit of the other lung and the liver, and come out the other side. Depending on where it hits, impact and exit. If it does any ricocheting, you may get guts on the way out. But I'm also favoring more middle lung when I'm bringing that pin up. If I favor too much towards especially the front side of the heart, I just feel like I'm going to end up catching that front shoulder bone and either deflecting or just not getting good enough penetration, because that shoulder bone is hard to get through in the first place. Not really the biggest fan of these type of shots, but I do it if it's absolutely necessary. Now, let's take a look at what my favorite shot. Talking my favorite shot, definitely the quartering away. Main reason, you have room for error if something goes wrong. And guys, when we're bow hunting, how often does everything go exactly according to plan? Even with my shot placement here, if I'm a little forward, I'm still catching that lung, more than likely both lungs, and taking out the full front half of the deer. If I'm a little bit back, yeah, I may catch the guts, but as long as my arrow has good penetration and is a good setup to begin with, I'm going to catch the liver and at least the backside of both lungs. So that's why I like the quartering away shot. I feel like it gives you the most room for error. I didn't get too technical or too specific on, there's all kinds of different things out there on the internet with the grid patterns of deer and where you should use your points of reference to figure out where your shot would be. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you haven't already, especially if this is content that you like watching and you're interested in. And with the season basically in full swing, don't forget to shoot straight out there. I'll see you in the next one.